As my friend said, we drove quite a little bit to be here today. Before I get into my question, I just wanted to say my daughter's name is Clementine. She was 5 months along when she was aborted in New Jersey. My daughter was healthy. I begged her mother not to go through with the abortion. For 5 months, we went back and forth. I don't hate my ex. I love her, and I'm working on forgiving her. She was confused, she was uncertain, and she had doubts. Mike Tyson has doubts before he gets into a ring. This was an option, and she took that option, and she regrets it now. Why do you think, and this is just a thought that just came into my head, why do you think that people dehumanize my Clementine? Why wasn't she human enough for people to help me mourn? Why wasn't she human enough for people to talk about? My mother was given birth to prematurely at 5 months. My daughter was 5 months. I didn't get to say goodbye to my daughter. I didn't know about the abortion until after it happened. I begged her not to do the appointment. She told me that she canceled it. My daughter was 5 months and she was ripped apart. My daughter doesn't get a funeral. My daughter doesn't get respect. As my friend asked, yeah, medical testing on a healthy baby. Why? My girlfriend didn't pay for the abortion. The clinic did. How much money did they make off of my daughter's body? How many other babies did the doctor kill since she's been dead? This has been a month and 3 days. This happened March 12th and 13th. My daughter was conceived October 25th. She was supposed to be born July 20th. My daughter was a person. My daughter is an angel. And I pray for her every single day. I talk to her. I still feel like she's there. I feel like on July 20th, my daughter is going to be there. She doesn't get a funeral. I have her sonogram picture the first time I heard her heartbeat. And I bring this up to people and I say, well, she had a heartbeat. Wasn't she a person? And I'm being told she's a fetus, which, by the way, everybody, that's Latin for offspring. Okay? So I don't know why we're speaking Latin. I speak English. And my daughter not only matters, but I do not want my daughter to be forgotten. I want my daughter's story to be talked about. I want her to be remembered. She wasn't just a fetus. And yeah, maybe she was just a 10%. Maybe. But she was a lot more than that for me. For 5 months, I'm told by my friends, I'm crying over somebody I never met before. I'm told by people, well, she wasn't even a person. She was just a fetus. She wasn't even a baby. She wasn't fully developed. My daughter was still growing. And my relationship with my daughter was going to grow for the rest of our lives. Why isn't my daughter human enough for people to care? Why isn't my daughter woman enough for her to have a body and for her to have a choice?
Wow. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. It is a new day. We thank the good Lord it's a new day. Thank God it is a new day. So good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. It's me again, WGNI Channel, One Life, Many Seasons. A very, very, very touching, emotional story from this father. And I'm just going to let it rip, and you can put your comments in the comment section below. Whomever you are that sent me this story, thank you so, so much. And we're just going to let it rip and put a comment in the comment section below. This is so, I'm getting quite emotional inside of me. This is tough to hear. Let's just go back.
My original question when I was coming up here was, can I see the clamps? I don't want to see the clamps no more. I've heard enough about it, and I've seen the pictures. And yeah, the guy said Wi-Fi and Google search. You could Google what it looks like. It's out there. I did. I wouldn't recommend it. I still have nightmares. My daughter was going to be beautiful, but now I don't know where she is. I'm just so confused. I get it. I'm just a man. You know what I mean? But men, we're not supposed to have feelings. As a father, because I'm still a father, As a father, I'm just supposed to forget. I'm just supposed to move on. And I'm confused. So my question really isn't for you because you understand. My question is really for society. Why doesn't my daughter matter? Why wasn't she enough? Why didn't she get a chance to live? And ultimately, no, I'm not blaming my ex. She had doubt and she regrets it. Ultimately, this is our government's fault.
I'm just going to put that out there real quick before he goes on. Father's opinion does matter. A child did not come into this world just from one channel. There's a reason God made a child to come through a father and a mother, because God knows and God is all wise and understands that a child needs both perspective to sustain life's pressures and to make it in life. A perspective from a man and a perspective from a woman. So, yes, a father's opinion, a father's recommendation does matter. And men do hurt. Men do cry. We get emotional, we cry, we hurt. We may not express in the same way as others, but yes, men do.
We've stopped evil laws in the past in America, in Germany, and you guys know what I'm talking about. We came together and we stopped evil laws. This is an evil law that killed my daughter. Her mother did not kill her. Again, doctors like this man right here, you're not to blame. Thank you for doing what you're doing, and thank you for speaking up, because this is important. And not enough men care enough to speak up. So thank you. I hugged this man today. I don't know who did this to my daughter. I wish I could ask him, was my daughter beautiful? That's all I want to know. What did her face look like? My daughter matters. And I really hope that everybody remembers Clementine. And I hope you think about Clementine as much as I do. She is loved, and she is not forgotten. And I hope that everybody can keep her memory alive too. Thank you.
Well, your daughter is beautiful. She's more beautiful than us because she's not here in this imperfect world. To answer your question bluntly as to why didn't Clementine matter enough? The answer is people don't want her to matter because they don't want to have to accept responsibility for their actions. They want to dehumanize, right? They want to use words like fetus or embryo or zygote, which is a stage of our life that we all once were, to separate the child in the womb from us, persons outside the womb. Because when you look at this, stages of genocide, number 4 is dehumanization. So when we use words like zygote or embryo or fetus, it's not because we're trying to be scientifically precise and saying, oh, an embryo in this stage, a human in this stage, the embryo stage. We use that word because we try to make it seem like they're not like us. Because if we would defer to her as a baby, as a beautiful little girl that she was and she is, right? If we refer to her as a baby, it makes us think twice about saying, yeah, I think abortion should be legal. And we want to say abortion should be legal because abortion allows us to not accept consequences and responsibility. It allows us to have sex with however many people we want, to seek pleasure wherever we can find it.
Yep.
And not accept a responsibility for our actions and to be adults. Once we refer to our children in the womb as children, as they are, as young ones, right? As offspring, what the definition of fetus is, that changes the entire conversation. Because it's not just some foreign alien that doesn't look like us and therefore it's okay to kill them. We know it's a human being with rights, and just because their age or their size or level of development shouldn't change their human nature and their fundamental rights not to be killed. Your daughter, it was legal to kill your daughter because, and I'm going to get even more blunt, because we want to be selfish. We want to be able to do whatever we want
Yep.
and accept no consequences
Yep.
for it. Except in cases of sexual assault, we want to say abortion should be legal because we want to do what we want to do, and we're more important than everybody else. That is selfishness. It's hedonism. It's immoral and it's wrong.
Wow. Beautifully said. Nothing else really to add to that. And I really feel for that father. Because as a father myself, I could kind of understand what he may be feeling. Not in totality, because I'm not him, but I could kind of somewhat understand where he's coming from. Where he wanted his daughter, but he had no say. He had no say. And that's the kind of society we live in. And I'm not sure where that all came from, where the father has no say. My body's my body, but it's not just about you. As clearly as the lady just put it. Except for cases like rape. The only reason we want to legalize abortion is people just want to act up. They just want to have sex and do whatever they want to do with no accountability and responsibility. What a messed up thought process and a way of thinking. So selfish. So selfish. But I just pray God we give that man peace and replace his hurt with all forgiveness for the ex, obviously, because I know there's got to be some resentment there, especially for the fact that she lied to him when she said she had canceled the appointment, only to find out she actually did and went ahead and still aborted their baby, their daughter. He will never be the same. But we just pray that God will heal his heart and help him forgive. And even the ex herself, that God will help her forgive herself, because, you know, that can cause a lot of harm to her as well, too. Thinking, you know, the mistake that she's made, that she can never go back and rechannel back and realign. It's already made, unfortunately. And we just pray that, you know, the baby girl is resting in the Lord's hands at this point. So, hey, let's know what you think about this. Let's know what you think about this. Please put your comments in the comment section below. Let's have the discussion. We're here for each other to make ourselves better at the end of the day. Hey, you know how we like to close it out? We just like to remind ourselves that we always remember that we got one life with many seasons. So let's make the best of it. God bless you, and I'll see you soon. Keep smiling. You take care now. Bye-bye.